to go deeper, as I say, to share more, to really let this land fully in your body, we're going to do a short frequency code activation here, which further solidifies this as a frequency gift, as a spiritual technology that you can return to, because that's what the frequency codes are, right? The cell to soul activations. It is remembered once again in your everything. You, as the divine being that you are, remember how to access these gifts, and you can much more easily bring yourself back into your wholeness, as well as witness as the errant energy becomes less and less and less. But if it does come in, because we are still living out human lives, you know how to return quickly. So for frequency codes, I do also recommend you close your eyes again. I am going to close my eyes as well. I will come forth with messages and visions and energies that are taking place in the activation. And we may also bring forth moments of silence with this. So settle in. Allow your breath to find its natural rhythm. As my light is centered and strong, frequency code is beginning now. Ooh. You know, all frequency codes are channeled in the moment. And even though I came into this video knowing I was doing a teaching, knowing I was bringing forth a frequency code, at the last moment there, the word strong wanted to be added in. That was not in my conscious memory to do so before this. And oh my goodness, I understand why, because they wanted that, because it's strong. The light within you, the light above, the light that flows into you, that is the divine medium, that into the sacred harmonic below, that is our earth. It is strong, and it's meant to be felt by you strong. It's meant to be known by you in every moment, so that again, the wobble, the scattered, I mean, we're not going to almost need the energy that I spoke of, right, or the reminder, the awareness that I spoke of at the beginning, because you're just going to know. Your light, your centered light, is so strong, so palpable, so fully online within you. Bright, massive beams of light flowing down, flowing through, activating all of your other spiritual technologies, fully cleansing and clearing out errant, discordant frequencies that had infiltrated your body. And it is here for you. It is here for you to remember to go forth from this day forward as a much more in tune, intact, strong, capable, spiritual human in all of your activities, in all of your days, no matter what is going on in your life, for you to be able to walk through it in a centered, coherent, balanced, pure state, so that your daily human needs and activities just get to have that slightly easier edge, right? Even when we're going through difficult times, even when we're taking on monumental new tasks that our brain and even our heart might say, hey, this is too big for me. You, as a strong centered light, having this open channel from source, grounded and anchored into the sacred earth, means that you yourself are a force to be reckoned with. You can look at the thing, you can look at the task, you can look at the trial and know that you are walking through it with your light intact, with your light on, with your light leading the way. That is the message that they're wanting to bring forth with this. Wow. Whew. We're having these really massive feet chakra activations. I call them often the magnetic boots because it really feels like we're locked into the sacred harmonic earth's frequency. This is a way that the pure high vibration, the harmonic and orderly vibrations that are the frequency codes, that is source light, that is your light, has a way to solidify, embody, ground, and anchor into this reality, into your reality, into the 3D world, so that again, it's just, your life can change through this work. You can literally, these are the moments where you go forth from this code, from this activation, from this day, and notice a shift for the better. Because it's a return to your light, a return to your original divine frequency, pouring in, pouring all around you as well. They're making, bringing forth this beautiful vision of your auric biofield, this massive globe sphere of light that, of course, is getting the benefit of your centered light, of your strong centered light. We're just allowing any sensations, any little pings and pangs that might be feeling. I'm getting little things in the knee, in the jaw, down in the groin, hip area. These are all just densities that existed here, especially what I was talking about outside errant collective frequencies that did not belong to you, that should not be in your body, should not be in your system, should not be in your mind. When the harmony and order comes in, these types of discords and distortions don't have a place to be. They don't have a place to hide. It's transmutation and dissolution at its finest. So let that in as we continue to let the light in, getting very happy, beautiful energies and feelings, this giddy, uplifting energy as your return to yourself, to your core essences. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, my sacred friends. So I'm hearing we're going to allow for the official transmission to taper off. Ooh, yes, of course. I'm going to open my eyes. Of course, we're getting really big parasympathetic shifts after that. The yawns, the gurgles, the sinuses, again, what I call pings and pangs. We just feel little things in our bodies like, oh, I can feel my knee there. Oh, there's a little twinge in my jaw. Those are the very necessary clearings. Again, things that shouldn't have been in your body and in your system anyway, getting the chance to go by the wayside finally, getting the chance to be transmuted by the light, by your light, by your source-born light that is now. Let's tap back in, my friends. Let's tap back in. I was gonna say notice the line of light again, but you probably don't even like have to bring your attention to it because it's here. We can feel it. It's here. We're back home, back centered. That's another, you're gonna hear me say home a lot when I talk about being centered and balanced and having your power really controlled and honed into your body, because that's what it is. That's what it feels like. Well, feels like, but is, is having yourself in your home base with your source power connected, flowing through, active, and back in control, back in center where it belongs. So can you feel that? Can you feel even like the spine's elongated, the shoulders are back. We're not and again, it's not like you're going to physically be leaning to one side, although sometimes it can really take you that way. But the energy, right? We're not here, we're not there, we're not going back and forth. There's a strong, stabilized frequency back home, back in you. So remember, even when you're doing your work, even when you're doing your practices, it's so important to honor awareness, checking your field, right? Checking your field, making sure that you're doing what I would call the more on high work, which is this type of energetic tuning. We want to understand that we need to get past, like, I mean, especially with protection work, like the crystals and sage and meditations, you know, things like that are beautiful, but it really has to go beyond to a point where we are working with our own frequency, we're working with source activations, and so that day in and day out, we strengthen our field because we're limitless. We can always raise our fields, we can always strengthen our fields. And yes, just honoring that we can come back into our centers like this, come back into our power. And again, even in states of being, like, I mean, I do want to say get to states of beings where it becomes less and less, because for me, it is less and less. But then also, like, I just also want to bring back up, like what I already mentioned, that it happens. It happens to the best of us. And we just, right, we get back on the horse. We get back on the horse and we know that we do improve, we do get stronger, but we're not going to play silly little blame and shame games of like, oh, why did I let that happen? It's life. Powerful spiritual being, you are also playing out a human on a pretty crazy frequency field. Yes, also. So, sending you so, so, so much love. Meghan Rose here with the Temple of Energetic Arts. Much, much love.